Great to have you with us. Welcome to this video. Today we're continuing with the topic of wheel cleaning. The car is ready. For wheel cleaner, today I have the ServFaces wheel cleaner with me. I wanted to test it thoroughly for both you and myself. And you know the problem. With the Kia, I really had a lot of brake dust on the wheels and also, yes, rust due to the recuperation. I was driving with this high, regeneration level, and now I'm on a much lower setting and it's definitely much better. I also don't have as much rust forming on the brakes, so it looks a lot better now in terms of dirt and grime. Right next to me, there's already someone in the bay washing their quad. We're going to test the wheel cleaner because some dirt has built up again, and then in the next video we'll seal it again. Let's get started. Have fun. So, as you can see over here, someone is busily washing their quad, and you can already see that I brought quite a few things with me. What's this here? A path. So, today it's all about the Rims and Dust Cleaner, a powerful and acid-free wheel cleaner, pH neutral, with a color indicator and acid-free. And before we apply this to the rim, let's start at the front. First, let's take a look at the current level of dirt. And as you can see, it's already improved significantly. But this is still from last time. So after cleaning now, it should look much better later. We can also check again, how does the sealant performance look here? We still had a bit here. I should have brought a bit more water. We also had sealant applied here. And I have to say, now after some time, of course, it's not a ceramic wheel sealant, but as you can see, it still looks really good, doesn't it? So of course, quite a bit of time and mileage has passed already. And for that, I think it's actually still fine. And you would usually completely renew it every second or third wash anyway. Here on the back as well, as you can see, it still looks good. Here too, take a look. Inside the brake caliper, I really didn't expect it to last this long. And here as well, on a spoke that's facing in the direction of travel. And I think it could have looked worse here. So, I mean, of course it's not at the absolute top level anymore, and I would go ahead and replace it now. But considering how long it's been, I still think it's really great. Yeah, and as you can see here, we've got a lot of dirt in there. The quad next to me is heading out now too. That means I don't have to rush here anymore. All the bays next to me are free again now. And now we're going to test the Rims and Dust Cleaner here. Let's see how it performs. But first, we need to fill it up because I haven't used this bottle here yet. So as you can see, the spray pattern is really nice and white, in my opinion. It also foams up a bit. A good amount of product comes out as well. You don't even need to press it that often. Just get into the gaps here one more time. So it's really, really easy to use. The spray head definitely fits well. We also know it from other bottles, and I have to say it works really, really well. And as you can see here, the purple coloration starts immediately. And now we're just going to spray all 4 rims. Also the rim back here, you can already see it's not as nice and black anymore, as you can clearly see here, and also clearly visible on the inside. There we go. Here as well. 1, 2. So it's really easy to do. You have a nice strong spray. A good amount really comes out, but not, to put it simply, not that kind of splatter, like a pfft. And then you have this spot here, but instead you get a nice wide mist. You can also adjust it, but then you get this jet. Of course, it doesn't help at all. With some wheel cleaners, that's actually how it looks when you spray. That's why we take a step back here and get a good spray again. Set it up so that it's easy to use with one hand. If you tighten it too much, the resistance is too high. So here, just quick and done. All right, let's walk around. Feel free to write in the comments below whether you prefer these kinds of videos in the car wash bay or at the self-service box. Of course, here we have a bit of background noise. That's just how it is, but that's life. Again, we don't need to spray the brakes unnecessarily. This really works very, very well, and it also sticks great. So I really like it a lot. You can share your opinion in the comments below. Have you ever used this cleaner yourself? Here's another look at the before picture. There was quite a lot of sand here again as well. What I definitely noticed in a very positive way is that you can spray it on very precisely and it really sticks to the surface perfectly. So that's definitely a thumbs up from me. So now we'll let it sit for a little while and then we'll rinse it off. We can also take a look at the back to see if we can find any more information. It says to let it work for 3 to 5 minutes. The effect indicator turns reddish or violet once the exposure time is reached. Remove the dirt with a brush or sponge. So if I still have stubborn dirt here, we can definitely do that. We're going to rinse it off now. And as you can see here, it changes color super quickly. I hope you can already see it clearly. And yes, then go over it again with the wheel brush or use the glove to get the backs of the spokes as well. That actually works pretty reliably. Otherwise, yes, wheel cleaner just like we know it. You can see I already have the wheel brush and glove with me. I've got 10 liters of water in here and I'm adding just a small splash of the shampoo plus into the bucket. That way it foams up really nicely, and with that we can carry out the cleaning perfectly. You can also use a capful or something like that, that works very well. While it's soaking in for a bit, we can use the rest of the water here to take a quick look. What does it look like here? With the sealant on the wood. So it's still really nice. Really good on the mirror too, still really good. Here on the roof. I should have refilled the bottle, but I think you can still see it well, right? Nice round droplets. The only thing is at the back on the rear now, you can already see the dirt sticking on here quite a lot. But look, I actually expected it to be worse. I honestly thought it would be much worse after all this time. So I think it's absolutely top notch. And we still have dirt on it now, you know. So really stylish. Back here, it should still beat absolutely perfectly. So, hydroceramic foam. I know my recent videos have been a bit surface focused, but you just want to see the whole story, so to speak. You want me to test the products for you pretty quickly as well. So, very nice. Of course, where the products eventually reach their limits is down here. You can already see it here from the dirt, but you can also see it nicely. Look at how spotty that is. I mean, just from the look of it, from the drops. That means even here, I should actually, if I can get a bit more out of the bottle, so you can definitely see the dirt on it now, right? But for that, hey, normally we have a thick film of water, so the foam test is my favorite in the whole line. So here you can already see it's gradually getting less and less, it's coming together, and that's why we're going to wipe it down really thoroughly now. So now it's time to rinse everything off really well, and it's best to first blow out the wheel arches a bit with water because a lot of dirt collects there. The worst thing is I clean the rim and then afterwards you drive off and the remaining water that's still in the wheel arch washes the dirt loose. So you end up with everything back on the tire and it immediately gets rinsed back into the spaces between the rims. So don't forget the wheel arch area here either. Yeah, and as you can clearly see here, this works really well. So far, I'm really very satisfied with the wheel cleaner because it has a really nice spray, and even after the entire application time, it still adheres very reliably. So it's not an extremely thick gel formula, but thanks to this light foaming, you really get good adhesion and it's easy to work with. Yeah, of course, forgive me for this camera in my left hand, and filming with my right is a bit clumsy, as you can see. It's actually really easy if you're doing it without a camera here, but as you can see, it still works quite well. And here, as I said, always rinse out the wheel well first. Even I forget sometimes, it's just normal. And then it's important to rinse all the remaining cleaner out of the gaps here, because over time, as with any wheel cleaner, it will attack the metal parts and also the brake system. That's why everything is thoroughly rinsed off, and then there are absolutely no problems, and it works really well here. There's never anything left behind, and you can also see how beautifully clean everything gets. So this is definitely a wheel cleaner I can wholeheartedly recommend to you right away, because we'll take another look at its cleaning performance in a moment. Really a beautiful thing. And now I also went over the hoods again, and you can clearly see that the hydroceramic foam product is still working very well here. After such a long time, I'm truly absolutely impressed. And if you always keep in mind that you simply spray it onto the surface after washing, wait a short moment, and then everything settles in. Even here at the very front, it's still working really well. So honestly, for this amount of time, that's really impressive. I'm truly super impressed and can honestly recommend it to everyone. You can also apply it with a regular pressure sprayer. That works just as well. You don't necessarily have to foam it up. What's important is that the product is applied evenly to the surface, and then everything is rinsed off again. And yes, it really can be that simple and quick. So definitely give it a try. I'll link it for you again below. Even though today's topic is wheel cleaning, I always want to show you things like this on the side as well. So now let's take a look at the wheel here. My finger is really nice and clean. We can also go over it again back here. Here we can still see a very slight bit of residue, but it's really minimal. And now we're getting started with the wheel brush and the shampoo plus. Today we're really going to do it 100% correctly. We'll start at the top so it runs down the sides. We can easily get along the brake caliper. You can already see that the dirt the pressure washer can't reach. We're loosening up now. And then I always do the first side or the first quarter of the wheel. You have to rinse out the wheel brush, get fresh shampoo, and then really get into all these. Oh, look here, all these rust residues it's just unavoidable. That's a typical problem with electric cars. Then go over it thoroughly with a microfiber wheel brush. Works absolutely great. So, one hand on the brush, one hand on the camera. Look how beautifully this goes along here. A dream. So if you have any questions about wheel brushes, feel free to contact me or just take a look directly at our wheel brush chart. I'll link it for you again as well. And now you could also use the glove here to go over the front side again. And also the back sides here again. The only place I can't reach now is here at the brake caliper. But if you do this regularly, then at the end of the season, when you change them again, you won't have any extremely stubborn residues left. And you'll simply have much less work and stress. And you won't need any harsh chemicals, right? That's what wheel cleaning is all about after all. It's not always about achieving 100% complete cleanliness. Of course, we always try to get the maximum out of every wheel wash. But it's more about keeping the wheel clean enough in the long run so that you don't have to use harsh chemicals. That's what matters to me personally too. I don't know how it is for you. Here, in any case, we definitely have more than enough space at the back now. All right? Yes. And that's how we do it with all 4 wheels. And then we've made it all the way around. Today I'm just going to use this as a wash pad. One hand on the camera. It's not that easy to handle, is it? I have to focus on 3,000 things at once. But it looks good. One more round. Nice and clean. All right, I'll do the other 2 now as well. Yeah, I can work a bit more precisely without the camera. And then we'll rinse everything off again. So all 4 wheels have been cleaned thoroughly. It looks good again. Even the hood still beats water perfectly, and the front here as well. The wheel is clean too. So the wheel cleaner really worked very well. And now, actually, 1 token is enough. Before I needed 2. So now we're at about €3, so to speak. And then we'll just give it another really thorough rinse. Yes, after cleaning, it's very important to rinse everything off thoroughly again. Now you don't need such extremely high pressure anymore. Here's a little update from this side as well. Here too, the foam looks really nice again. But it's really important to thoroughly rinse everything here again, just to make sure any remaining cleaner is washed out from the gaps. But you don't need to spray for as long here, since we've only had the shampoo on at this point, and that's much milder than regular wheel cleaner. And that's why having a proper wheel brush and a good wash mitt is really important for such a thorough cleaning. Otherwise, if the wheels aren't extremely dirty, sometimes just the shampoo water is enough, or simply going over them once with wheel cleaner will do. It all depends on how much dirt is on them. So, if you need any tips yet, just feel free to contact me. So the wheels are nice and clean again now, really thoroughly cleaned. The wheel cleaner works very well. You also want some feedback on the products here, and it worked really well. I really like the spray. Of course, that also includes the spray head. You can also find all the price information again below in the info box, and feel free to comment if you've already used it. If so, how satisfied are you with it? With the rims and dust cleaner from Surface, I wanted to thoroughly test that for you as well. I'll be using it regularly over the next weeks and months, and then I'll give you some long-term feedback as well. The wheel brush works wonderfully, and the shampoo as well. Shampoo Plus really provides a very nice lubricating film. It's also great for regular car washes or for use with a foam cannon. There will be a separate video about that as well. If it's not online yet, it will definitely be coming. And now for me, it's time to seal everything. We'll do that in the next video with which I also have right here, hydroceramic wet coat, a powerful wet sealant. And there's nothing easier or more relaxing for your wheels. Just spray it on, rinse it off, and then you're all set for your next drive until the next wash or even the one after that. Until then, you're Sebastian. Ciao everyone, and have fun with the next video. See you next time.